G'day, it's Harry here from Radio Rodent. In this video, I'll be doing a review and demo of the Blue Yeti microphone, so stick around and you'll hear all about it. Okay, for the rest of this video, you're going to be hearing my voice through the Blue Yeti microphone, plugged from the microphone by USB directly into the computer, using the included desk stand, which is obviously how it's intended to be used with its wonderful design. I'm going to be speaking roughly 25 to 30 centimeters away from the microphone because unlike when it's mounted to a boom arm, it's harder to get it as close to your face as you might like. When we do turn around the Blue Yeti and take a look at the bottom, you can see that it does have the option for a 5/8 inch microphone stand or adapter. So you can use something like a boom arm with the adapter if you wish to, but because this is a cheaper microphone USB connection, I figured the most practical way to use it is on its stand, and that's the way it's intended to be used. So I do feel like for the most part, the people that have these do use them on the stand, so that's the way I'm demoing it, as that's most likely the way you're going to use it. It also does have a very nice design, as you can see here. Something that's almost quite old school and really does actually look really nice. Also on the bottom, you've got a audio output which you can actually use to live monitor your voice. And of course the power cable that sends the microphone power and the signal back to your computer. On the front there's a big glowing mute switch and a volume potentiometer which controls the volume that goes to your headphones. Getting to one of my favourite features of the microphone, this also works as a headphone device. So like I mentioned, I got my headphones plugged in the bottom. I can actually go to the bottom of my screen and select it as a speaker output, from which I can control the volume of my computer and my headphones directly from that volume control on the front of the microphone. And of course, it is also really great being able to monitor your voice in real time, professional feature that you don't need an interface or anything to do, so that's a great feature about this microphone. And on the back of the microphone, before we get to some tests, there's gain control to select the volume the microphone will actually record, and also pickup pattern, as this has 4 different pickup patterns. We'll get to them in the tests. If you're not familiar with gain is like volume, but it isn't volume. It's not like turning up your headphones, it's like making the signal louder. But if you do make it too loud, it will sound distorted and ruin your audio. So if I turn the gain down as low as it goes, you will now notice it's a lot harder to hear me. However, if you did have a boom scissor arm and you mounted the mic closer to your mouth, you might even find this is the best audio you can get from this. So this is how close I would normally speak into a microphone like this, a condenser microphone. I would speak into it this closely, and you notice, I think the audio sounds a lot better the second I did this. A lot less background noise and a lot nicer of a signal. But I do have to speak into it this closely because when I go further away, now it doesn't sound as good. But being up close and personal really engages the proximity on it and makes it just sound so much better, like you're at a radio station. But when I have it mounted on the desk, I usually have it at about this, which is about 10 o'clock on the gain dial. Just, otherwise it's too quiet and soft. But yeah, if I can, I'd always prefer to have it as close to my mouth as possible and as low gain as possible. At this distance and this level of gain, let's test some plosives. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Is that how you say it? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Pipped. Don't worry, it's not important about me getting it right, it's just important that I'm saying plosives. And I am. Now let's try the same thing up close and personal with the gain a lot lower. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked, and I'm saying lots of peas. So you're going to hear there that that's a lot more plosive-y, because I'm closer to the microphone. It's a better sound, but that's when you might want to look into a pop shield. Let's try it again. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. Now the one I used there was a bit more of a windshield, but if you get a pop filter or a better windshield, it would actually do even better than that. Depends on the one you get, but that, as you can see, drastically reduced the amount of plosives that we're still getting through to the microphone. All of these recordings so far have been on the cardioid pickup pattern, which is the standard one, which basically picks up a little on the sides, but mostly from the front. If I go around to the side, you can hear, I'm on the side of the microphone, going around to the front. This is your normal speaking side, other side, and at the back, I'm going to sound really strange. So that's the first pickup pattern. That's for if you're talking in front of the microphone. So now this is omnidirectional. I'm in front of the microphone, and now I'm on the side of the microphone. You see, it sounds very similar no matter where I am. Now I'm going to move to the side, and you can probably also notice it sounds like I might be going around you if you're wearing headphones. Okay, the right side, and now I'm at the back, and it's not muffled anymore, it's fine. Alright, that's omnidirectional, and there's in-betweens, 2 circles overlapping. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but go around to the side, and now you notice it's really, really, really getting those right and left channels into the... So yeah, now I'm at the back. Interesting. And it definitely has its use cases. And now this one's 2 circles, front and back, like an 8. So this one is front, right side, left side, and at the back. So this one's mostly front and back without the sides. Yeah, and the other one was front and back with sides. I'll have a burger with sides now I'm thinking of it. Hopefully we can agree, in the way I'm currently using it, cardioid pickup pattern makes the most sense. Bit of the sides, but aimed at my mouth at the front mostly, because that's where I am. That's all I need to record. Me. So what do I think about this microphone? It is nearly $200, which is very expensive for what it is in my opinion. This is my Audio-Technica AT 2020, which is $130 rather than $190 or $180. The only thing about the Audio-Technica is it's XLR, so it needs a separate box, which to be fair is another $80 to even up to $500 extra, which takes the big round XLR connection into the computer. With this microphone, it has that all built in, which is both a good and a bad thing. It makes it really easy to set up. It's plug and play. There's only one thing, the microphone, and the cable to the computer. So it's really easy and really minimal efforts to set up. However, that kind of connection is never as good as a solid XLR connection, as USB is limited, and it will never get as good signal through a USB microphone as we will XLR. But on this one, you don't have all these buttons and features on the microphone. Your interface you buy separately will have to give you those, and this has only got 1 pickup pattern. This is 4. So you can use this in a lot wider situations where this is really only the one. But I recommend you have a look at my AT 2020 video and see what other microphones might be for you. Because while the Blue Yeti is an okay microphone, it might not be the best choice for you. If you're just going to sit in front of it like I am, in this one use case, then you probably don't need all these switches and different modes. If you don't care about having the best sound and you just want a cool microphone with lots of features that's plug and play, USB straight from the box, then the Blue Yeti is actually one of the best USB microphones there are. Easy to use, and just awesome device, and I've enjoyed it for as long as I've had it. Although it's not my main microphone now, but it definitely did me solid for a few years until I upgraded further from it. Just before we go off, I'll just do one more demo using this and swap in between the two. And now you're hearing me through the Audio-Technica AT 2020 microphone. Awesome sound. What do you think? Let's swap to the other one. You're now hearing me through the Blue Yeti USB microphone. Same distance, same sound. What do you think this time? I think it's pretty easy to agree that this one sounds better. The other one. But yeah, again, there's a lot more in that. So while the microphone's cheaper, the second setup actually becomes more like a over $200 setup, $240 or something like that. So it is a more expensive setup. But weigh your options is my recommendation. But yes, the Blue Yeti is a fantastic microphone. Thank you for watching this video on Radio Rodent. Hopefully I did you some help with the Blue Yeti microphone and you learnt more about it and got to hear some good tests of it. And I'll see you whenever I make a new video on more audio stuff. See you later.